Holiday traditions like Christmas, we inherit them. Like, I was born in a traditional Shia Muslim family in a small village northwest of Iran. While I grew up with Nowruz, the Iranian New Year, the holy month of Ramadan, and Ashura of Shia, my daughter, on the other hand, grew up in the historic town of Lexington, Massachusetts, with Christmas tree and Santa Claus. She was not even 4 years old when she learned from her childhood friend across the street that she's showered with gifts on Christmas. That is exactly when she started bugging me, demanding like a little dictator to have a Christmas tree so Santa could drop in. I suppose I could have, just like a good father, made pretend and have belief in Santa Claus. I could have just gone down the hill and bought her a Christmas tree from the Unitarian Church, brought it up to our living room, light it up by the fireplace, and wait for Santa to show up. I really wanted to create that holiday magic for her, but I couldn't. So shoot me. I couldn't pretend, not in my mid-40s. And for once, I really wished I should have been born here, to a Christian parents, than my Muslim parents of my own. Didn't Santa come visit you when you were a child? She pleaded with her big, dark brown eyes, befitting of a Persian princess. As soon as I heard that question, I realized how pissed I was. Where exactly was Santa when I was her age? I could have just told her Santa doesn't exist. Be done with it. Put my foot down like my own father would have done. But like a good father, I realized I was dealing with a 4-year-old. And I didn't tell her anything about Santa not ever showing up when I was a child. But I was adamant. I was not going to surrender to her demand and start make-believe in a fairy that was not around when I was her age. That's right. I decided if there were going to be a holiday tradition for us, especially one with a fairy, I wanted her to believe in my fairy for once. For that, I had to think very quickly, because I was dealing with a 4-year-old who was in the middle of throwing a temper tantrum. I realized I had 2 problems I had to address with her. Problem number 1, somehow I had to find an explanation for her why I was not born in a Christian family. I had to explain to her that it's not my fault that Christmas tree is not among the trees that are mentioned in the Quran. I didn't write the book. Problem number 2, what would I tell her about Santa Claus? How was I gonna explain his absence during my childhood? And that's when I let the creative juices flow. And I did what a good immigrant like me should do in situations like this. That's right. Blending some of the old with the new, I created our own winter tradition. And while I was at it, I ordered a fairy to come along with it. That is when I told her about the Village of Light. From my story, she learned that Santa actually has a twin sibling who is just as nice and giving as Santa himself, whose job is to deliver presents for all the special kids like her who happen to be born to non-Christian parents like me. Just like that. In the story, she discovered that when winter solstice arrives, Yalda, who is the Iranian symbol of winter solstice, will come down the chimney and bring her present. If she were to be a good girl, behave, and stop the tantrum at once. Instead of a Christmas tree, we ended up building a beautiful, delicate ceramic village in our living room and lit it up. A village that had everything for Yalda's visit. A hotel, a restaurant, homes with people, a barber shop, even a library. We made sure to light up the street of the village with real traffic lights and lampposts and trees with colorful, shimmering lights. You should have seen her eyes, radiant, truly like a Persian princess. Proud and excited, she sets a tray with an assortment of Persian cookies and Persian hot tea and puts it right next to the village and waits for Yalda to arrive. That winter, and many more winters after that, she wrote a letter, and together we went to Lexington Center post office and mailed it to Yalda. I am glad I put my foot down for once. My daughter now keeps her inheritance in a big box in a closet down in our basement. Every winter solstice, before Yalda arrives, she brings the big box upstairs to our living room, sets the village, lights it up, and waits for Yalda to arrive. She tells me she cannot wait to tell the Yalda story to her own children. Thank you.